Hello everybody, this review was requested by NintendoGR and Smackdown. Here comes pain for the PlayStation 2 exclusively. Now, instead of doing this like I normally do where I go talk about the graphics, audio, and the gameplay, it's going to be more of I'm going to list off the things I liked and the things I didn't like. First off, what I did like about the game is the great variety of wrestlers. You got Brock Lesnar, you got Undertaker, you got all the top of the line wrestlers, but you also got I would consider these guys more like mid card on the edge of jobber kind of guys. Ultimate Dragon, Tajiri, Rey Mysterio, guys on those lines. But you also got Matt Hardy. There's also legends such as George the Animal Steel, the Road Warriors, Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov. So basically, there's a great variety of different wrestlers in this game. I also like how the music really added to the game. It's all very hard-hitting, rock music. And it just sounds great. Adds to the game, in my opinion. There's lots of game modes. You got up to, I believe, 6 or 8 players for a match. Like, you can have Elimination Chambers, Royal Rumble, Camp the Ring style tournaments. And it's all very customizable. Also, this is a feature-packed wrestling game, and it's also, this is basically the way they did the entire game, controls-wise, and everything, is pretty much the closest thing to perfection in a wrestling game I have ever played. This was also the first introduction of the escape from submissions where you would just hammer buttons to get out of them. That's pretty cool. Well, for a 2003 game. Season mode's really good. It's not like Smackdown Shut Your Mouth where you could go on forever and ever and ever. But you wrestle until WrestleMania, then the storyline ends. You can upgrade your wrestler, which for some wrestlers you don't really need to, because you could just go to the game as is. Guys like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, you don't need to upgrade them. But if you're playing as somebody like Tajiri or Ultimate Dragon or even Rey Mysterio, you're going to want to upgrade your character's strength and endurance quite a bit, because they have really good speed. It's just that they can't really do too much damage when you're fighting guys like Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, which you will eventually have to fight. So the other features is that this is a very accessible and recognizably good wrestling game. You can have a bunch of people who kind of dropped out of the wrestling scene when SmackDown when SmackDown versus Raw started first showing up. This is crap. I can't stand it. Why are we playing this? You pop in SmackDown, here comes the pain. It's like, oh yeah, I know this. This kicks ass. Dude, let's do an Elimination Chamber. And you don't have to argue for how long you're going to play the game. It's like, nah, let's keep playing SmackDown. Here comes pain. I'll have a tag match against you. The create a character mode has also been substantially upgraded. Personally, I think the menus are easier to get through in this than in Smackdown. Shut Your Mouth. Plus, there's a lot more stuff in there. Here, it's easier to unlock things in this game. And the final thing I want to top off about Smackdown Here Comes Pain is that this is a very significant upgrade from Smackdown Show You About the Here Comes Pain and the graphics. The models look great, the rings look great. We actually have a referee in there, and he will bitch people out if they're illegal. You can hit the referee, you can get disqualified for beating the shit out of the referee, which is a nice little feature. Now, on to the bad. Probably there's only two real big things I don't like about this game. One, there's no online play, so you can't really jump online and play against people all around the world. But considering that's the game after this, SmackDown versus Raw, had no online, actually had worthless online play, because you can only have Braun panties in a single match. There was no leaderboards and the stuff you would expect out of something that has like a league kind of thing, like a Madden or an NHL. There's no stat tracking, no nothing. So, considering that, if this had online play and it was fairly well done online play, then it would be up there as it's still the best wrestling game of all time. But WWE game, the best wrestling game of all time now is UFC 2009. But that's more of a fighting game than anything. The only other thing is that there's no commentary and there's no voice acting, which really take you out of the experience. I know this is arcing back to days of WWF No Mercy and WWF Raw and Warzone, stuff of that nature, but it kind of takes you out of the experience when you don't have JR and the King doing commentary, and it would add a fair bit more if we will have had voice actors. I mean, the actual wrestlers do voice acting. Plus, there's no themes for the legends, like Nikolai Volkov, Old School Undertaker, Road Warriors. Those three things, if they will fix those things up, this would be a perfect 10. This would be one of my most favorite video games of all time. Overall, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is a fucking awesome game. If you have a PlayStation 2 and you like wrestling games, you probably already own this. But if you haven't picked this up, go out and freaking buy it. This is a freaking awesome game that is worthy to be in any wrestling fan's collection. Overall, I'm going to give SmackDown Here Comes the Pain an 8.8 out of 10. That's it for me. I'll see y'all later.